Hi, I'm Matthew Malcolm with American Vineyard Magazine, reporting to you from the 2014 Grape Day held at the California State University, Fresno. Here, growers and winemakers have the opportunity to learn about the latest research in furthering California's grape and wine industry. Hen Lateif, an enology professor at the university, discussed measuring the seed texture of a grape to determine the most ideal harvest time.
Well, winemakers used to consider ripeness based on common indicators that are most of them related to the composition of grapes. We're talking about sugar, we're talking about acids, we talk about more phenolics, and also aroma compounds. Some people also use berry size, some people also use berry weight, but despite its importance, texture is also one of the good indicators of quality that people actually rely on when they have to taste the grapes to assess maturation. The only thing that's make it not a very common method is that's not easy to assess and to measure unless we have a good practice and a good experience of tasting grapes in the vineyard, and relating that to ripeness is not an easy task. So actually we were trying to use instrumental measurement so that we can get rid of the influence of human being in assessing this quality, which is basically related on the physical behavior of the grapes. Physical related to compression. So we know that when we taste the grapes, we just compress them under our teeth. So that's the force we try to measure. What I wanted to show today is that we don't only measure that force. There are other things that we can assess by the same test that we actually can define them sensorily also when we put the berries in the mouth, which is the crunchiness, the elasticity, the toughness, the resistance, the elasticity. All these go in the same word that we call texture. Why are we talking about seeds? Because seeds is the first thing that the berry is going to get ripe, because that's how the grapes are going to produce other fruit. And we actually don't know exactly when is that ripe. But we know that once it's that ripe, the berry is going to develop other indicators of quality that actually are the ones we're looking for to make wine. They're not necessarily indicators for the grape for maturation, but it's an indicator for or other species to eat the berries so that they give that seed to be reproduced again. So seeds are known to ripe earlier, so a lot in advance compared to phenolics or compared to sugar or other are indicators of quality. So the reason why I was focusing on seeds is that I know that when we consider seeds, we can see in advance when we can plan harvest based on that. But if we look at other compounds, we know that most of them are going to be ripe at the same time, so it's not easy to pick one of them and say this is going to ripe like 1 week or 2 days or 3 days before all quality indicators are going to be ripe. So independently from all these chemical compounds, we can actually, by using texture analysis, predict, as I showed in the presentation, 3-4 weeks is a good approximately range of predicting, like from the end of veraison, that the grapes are going to be ripe at approximately that period. So it's a good way for the wine growers to also get ready for harvest once they actually know that their seeds are texturally ripe. So I'm trying to define a new indicator of ripeness actually based on texture. And we're going to define it texture maturation. So it's not physiological maturation. For the grape it is, but not for the wine. But it's still for the winemakers a helpful tool, and it's also very quick and fast and reliable and easy to apply. It's just require one machine, 15 minutes, and some samples.
Gain the full report of Hen's presentation as well as others that spoke at Grape Day by reading the coming issue of American Vineyard Magazine. I'm Matthew Malcolm, CaliforniaAgNet.com.